Mike. We're good. Yo, ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Thursday. What's going on? Thursday, July the 1st, 2021. We made it to July. Crazy. It's already July, the 7th month of this 2021 year. What is up, folks? Hope you're doing well. Chris Phillips here of the Daily Crow of the Spurs Up Show. You guys already know the drill. Hope you're all doing well here on this Thursday. Appreciate you all tuning in. I see Leonard Matthews, Jax Rangers, Travis Rowell, Brandon Wagner, Elizabeth Ballard, Sean O'Brien, Brennan M, Seth, Jay. Brennan M says, happy NIL Day. Yes, a lot to get into. Here on a Thursday, guys. Appreciate you all tuning in. Taking your questions, comments, calls, as always. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Yes, it is an exciting day for many, many reasons, which I'll get into in just a second. Before we do, guys, I want to tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys, they're both young but experienced and aggressive attorneys, both former prosecutors who used to represent insurance companies, but switching sides. Now, both of them worked at larger law firms where they represented hundreds of clients at a time. And guys, they both left to start their own law firm because they understood you're not just a line item. You're not just a number. You are a human being with real problems, real concerns, and you need to be treated with that care and attention, guys. They're a small boutique law firm that treats their clients like family. They're going to know who you are and treat you like a client, not a number. They handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Guys, do not try to take on the insurance company yourself. You've been involved in any type of accident, work accident, car accident. The last thing that you need to be worried about is paperwork and dealing with the insurance company. Let the experts over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm handle it for you, guys. They use the latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. Again, let them take care of everything for you. You don't even pay them unless they recover money for you. Rami's in Columbia, Curtis in Charleston. They handle cases statewide. They also offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge. Guys, give them a call today in Columbia, 803-973-0304, or their Somerville location, 843-388-3368. Or, of course, guys, your one-stop shop, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That is dsinjurylaw.com for more information. Again, guys, it's our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. All right, 843-790-3377. Guys, appreciate you all tuning in. And, yes, I already see some of the comments. As you see, the hat is in. The first hat is in. Big Cock Club, as you all see. And to start the show off on a hot note, which I'm really surprised Shane Beamer hasn't tweeted welcome home yet today. I'm sure it's coming a little bit later. Brand new Beamer Ball hat that just got in. The Garnet Beamer Ball hat. Same exact hat as the black, but garnet. This thing is absolutely fire. I highly suggest you have both. Hey, everybody needs both. This garnet's fire. I love the black hat. The sick too, though. So we got this heck of a mail day here at the TSUS headquarters. Heck of a mail day. Elizabeth Ballard says, hope your golf game was good. Thank you. I cannot say I played great, but we had a good time. And that is all that matters, Elizabeth. Let's see. Rodney Creel, what's going on? Christian Carver, I wonder if Dabo has quit at Clemson since he said that if college kids are going to get paid, he is going to leave. Well, we're waiting. Dabo. Your move. Seth, what's going on? USC Insider. Yes, Big Cock Club. The vibes are here, man. Travis says, man, every time I check social media, Shane Train bringing in another one. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Savannah Webster, Elizabeth, are we going to infiltrate the Big Cock Club? What do you think? Josh Reichley, need the hat. So, quick update, man. Yes, you see the hat is here. I'm going to try to have all of the Big Cock Club stuff finalized by middle of next week. I really do. I want to have that all done, finalized. It's going to be something I'm working on this weekend. And going to get it rolled out next week. But I wanted to go ahead and get the hat for myself so you guys could see it and get an idea, and so that you knew I wasn't messing with you. This is a real thing. The Big Cock Club is not just, some imaginary thing. It's a real thing we're doing. So, going to have a lot of cool exclusive features to roll out to you guys. I'm really, really excited for the future and what's to come, man. There's a lot to come when it comes to the Big Cock Club. Pause. There's a lot happening, though, when it comes to the Big Cock Club and all the other content, everything we're doing leading up to football season. But I want to try to get all this finalized and rolled out by, let's say, the end of next week. Realistically, I would really like to do that. I think it's definitely possible. I know it's possible. Brian Welch waiting on Dabo to keep his word. Yeah, everybody's waiting on that. Of course, those comments are coming back to bite Dabo in the ass today for sure, right? Jack's Rangers daily weather report for New Hampshire: 72 degrees and rainy. Yeah, it's a pretty warm one here. It was scorching on the golf course yesterday. I mean, it was absolutely scorching on the golf course. Let's see. Josh Reichley, tsus.store. tsus.store is where you could go for the merchandise. Again, I tried to keep it as simple as possible. tsus.store. Savannah Webster, are we getting the Irmo kid tonight? I feel pretty good about it. I do. I feel pretty good about that kid. That's been rumored. Been rumored that he might be the next welcome home or one of the silent welcome homes. We will see. We will see. We will see. But obviously, if you did not see on social media, which I was actually going to make a graphic for this and post it here in a little bit, Nick, what's his name? Nick Emanwari, defensive back from Irmo, announcing today at 6 p.m. Feel pretty good about South Carolina's chances getting him. So, yeah, I just saw it looks like Gamecocks basketball just got, let's see, Josh Gray, center from LSU. So, there we go. 6'11" center in the transfer portal. That's a pretty good pickup. That's a pretty good pickup for Frank Martin. You got to tip your cap to Frank. So, Josh Reichley, Garnet Beamer Ball hat is fired. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Like I said, in case you guys missed it, got this in the mail today as well. Fire Garnet Beamer Ball hat. Love this hat. The Beamer Ball hats are just sick, man. And these Richardson trucker hats, incredible. You see we've got the Big Cock Club one on. So, this is a little bit of a sneak peek, guys, at the merch that will follow the Big Cock Club initiative. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's see. Brian Welch with the new college rules. Why in the hell would you ever want to go to Clemson over Carolina? There's so many more opportunities to make money in Columbia than there is Clemson. And see, I've seen this a lot. I would love to take you guys' questions on this, your comments, because I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, and this might piss some people off that are in this chat, but it genuinely blows my mind that there are people out there that, have a problem with college kids getting paid. It just blows my, why do people care so much if a kid makes money off his likeness and his name and his image? Why would that bother anyone? And I saw some people in their argument saying, oh, it's going to kill teams like Boise State and teams not in the Power Five. They're already dead. If you want to know the honest truth, guys, Boise State, Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina, they're not playing for the same trophy that Alabama is anyways, if we really just want to be blunt and honest about it. So, dude, no NIL, that's not going to make a kid choose Coastal over Alabama. You know what I mean? What difference does it make? It really doesn't. So, what I'm happy about for it, I'm just happy now that if I went up to Luke Doty and said, hey, man, I'll give you $100 for your autograph, he's not going to get in trouble for that. That to me was the most bogus, ridiculous thing that kids were getting in trouble for stuff like that. So, whatever. I'm fine with it. I got no issues with it, obviously. And like I said, it just blows my mind. There's people out there that are genuinely bothered that kids can now get paid off their NIL. I don't understand how you could be upset at it. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Jack's Rangers ready for the Big Cock Club. Coming soon, man. Coming soon. I'm really excited about it myself. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls 843-790-3377. Let me make sure the phone lines are actually open. I think I closed them up yesterday. 843-790-3377. I do want to get to a question that my buddy sent in. I meant to get to it on the podcast last night, the one that came out today, and just totally forgot. So my guy, Tim, I apologize. I hope he's tuned in. If he's not, maybe he'll see this later. But Tim sent me this via Twitter DM. He said, Shane Beamer and his staff have wowed us the past few weeks with the commitments. Yes, most of them are 3 stars, and people will say what they will say about it. But this is happening without Beamer's team even playing a single down. What happens if he leads this year's team to 6 or even 7 wins? What happens when future recruits see progress? That's what is very exciting right now, Go Cox. And yeah, I talked about this on the podcast that dropped this morning, which, by the way, if you have not listened, a dandy. Episode 469, breaking down, rounding out the 2021 opponent preview series, breaking down that dreaded team from the upstate. But also, we talked recruiting, Shane Beamer, momentum, and also a fantastic conversation and a fantastic interview with Eric Norwood, Gamecocks legend. Eric is an incredible interview. Laugh out loud funny in some moments. You have to tune into it. But, I talked about this a little bit. And what's crazy about what Shane Beamer's doing is that South Carolina has not even played a game. They haven't won a game yet. Yet they have a crazy amount of momentum that they have. I mean, it's wild. So, of course, with what Shane Beamer's doing and the staff are doing, yeah, you go to a bowl game. And that's why, we say, record is secondary. There's many things we're looking for outside of the record. And that's all true. But you go to a bowl game this year, you win 6, 7, God forbid, 8 games, maybe with a bowl win. Recruiting's only going to get better because now you can start to sell, hey, we're only a couple pieces away. You're that missing piece that we need. You can start to sell that to some of these big-time recruits. So, but yeah, what Shane Beamer and company have done to this point without even coaching a down is truly incredible. It's truly, truly incredible. Keith, I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love on the hat. Big Cock Club. Coming soon. Y'all stay tuned for it. Very soon. Brian Welch, give Reggie Bush his Heisman back. I agree. Savannah Webster, have any of our players gotten deals yet? I did see Kevin Harris post something where it looks like Kevin Harris, I'm now accepting NIL offers through the Icon Source app. So I don't really know if that's a partnership, but it's I don't know. I think it's an agency. So he's affiliated with an agency now, but I don't think he's actually finalized a partnership. Hey, I'll tell you guys this. From my perspective, I could take advantage of this, and I think at some point I will. I kind of want to wait and see how this plays out a little bit for me personally, because I'm going to be strategic about it, right? I am a small business, and so, money in, money out is important. Of course, I don't have to explain all that to you guys. But it is definitely something down the road that I will be taking advantage of. No question. It's something I will be taking advantage of. So I'm curious to kind of sit back and wait and see how this thing operates and see how it goes. But certainly you will see TSUS take advantage at some point. It won't be right now immediately, but at some point, yes, I think I'll be jumping on board and probably doing, especially with merch. The merch opportunities are endless with guys on our roster, The merch opportunities are absolutely endless. Like doing, hey, Kevin, let's make a bus t-shirt, your face on it. I'll give you 20% of sales. You promote it, you wear it. That sounds like a golden idea to me. But I kind of want to see it, feel it out first, see how things sort of go, and then we can go from there. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, too. Here's the thing. The schools are still going to have a lot of say-so when it comes to what these guys can and cannot do. If you think the school is just going to let them run wild, you're crazy. No way. Absolutely no way. They're still going to have their fingers all over this thing. So, again, guys, 843-790-3377. Like I said, if you have not done so, check out the podcast that dropped this morning. A really good one. Episode 469. And, hey, the last podcast for the next week and a half or so. We will not drop another podcast until Monday, July the 12th, but boy, oh boy, will it be a big one. Will it be a big one? As that week, I give my official game-by-game predictions for the 2021 football season. By the way, quick update on the Big Cock Club stuff, because, again, you see the hat right now, which I love this hat. I'll show you guys. Very simple, to the point, gets the message across. I freaking love this hat. I really do. I freaking love this hat. Absolutely love this hat. It's incredible. The Big Cock Club stuff, though, everything will be set up. I'm going to target no later than Wednesday of next week, middle of next week. I'd really like to get it done by the end of the weekend, but setting a realistic timeline, the Big Cock Club stuff will be set up, will be fully functioning, ready to go, and you guys will have all the details by middle of next week, because I want that stuff up and operating for when the official season predictions come out, so we can have all our banter on the Discord and other channels and stuff like that. So that will be set up very, very soon. Very, very soon. And to those who join the Big Cock Club, you will have access to this hat and all the merch that I will be putting together, the Big Cock Club merch. So I saw Savannah Webster, De'Aaron King from Miami got two $10,000 deals today. Yeah, it's crazy. No, it is crazy. Yeah, I've seen some of the, the deals are rolling, man. People are wasting no time when it comes to the NIL stuff. People are wasting no time at all. No time at all. Justin says, happy Thursday, TSUS gang. I don't know if anyone watched the game, couldn't help but love the game. I wish Mississippi State would have let it ride in the eighth. I'll be honest with you, man. I watched a little bit of it here and there. We weren't playing, so who gives a damn? I watched a little bit here and there, but whatever. Order 11, what's up? What's going on? Jax Ranger says, can you imagine if this happened years ago? Garcia would have appearances at Beers in 5 points for sure. Yeah, there's which Gamecock all time would have benefited the most? You got to think Garcia would have been one of the tops. No question. No question. Rodney Chris says, if this early preview of recruiting prowess transfers over to how these coaches have the guys performing on the field, then we are in for a fun ride. You know, other coaches are taking notice of what Beamer's already doing in Cola before even coaching his first down. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy what Shane Beamer's doing. It truly is. Like, taking all of my bias out of it, all my bias, which, by the way, the Shane Storm has taken over. Taking all my bias out of it, though, like, this has to be like a record, right? It's been 11 commits in 11 days. I'm sure there's a welcome homecoming today, by the way. I'd be almost shocked if there isn't. I will not doubt Shane Beamer at all. At all. Scott Vaughn, end of college football. Who can fund most money to the best players? Dude, again, I would say this, Scott, because that's where everybody's mind goes to. Coastal Carolina wasn't competing for Alabama for recruits anyways. This doesn't change anything. This doesn't hurt South Carolina. All the SEC schools can pay guys. It doesn't hurt South Carolina. And honestly, I'm a Gamecock fan. No offense to the smaller schools, but the group of five should have their own playoff anyways. They should not be playing for the same trophy that South Carolina is playing for. Bottom line. So, Keith says, how'd you hit him yesterday? Well, I can tell you this, Keith. Every time I swung, I hit it. So, we had a good day. And that was a lot of fun. Adam Ritter, do you think the LSU guy we got right away? I honestly, that just happened, Ritter. I haven't looked at anything on him. I just saw he's a 6'11" center. And, hey, we need bodies. So, not a bad pickup. We need bodies in general. So, that right there replaces Alonzo Frank. So, again, Ritter, I'll be totally honest with you and just tell you my mind is so far removed from South Carolina basketball, but honestly, I haven't seen anything on the guy. Apparently, somebody said he averaged like 1.2 points per game. So, am I expecting him to come in and be some all-conference, all-American guy? Probably not. So, SEC football, too, says, just saying, South Carolina is going to be good in 2022. I hope so, my friend. I hope they're really good this year as well. J2469, Steve Tannehill's mullet was on point. Hell yeah, dude. Steve's the man, dude. I don't know if you guys ever met him, but he is the man. My first ever sponsor when I moved to Columbia in fall of 2019. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. By the way, guys, in case you missed it, late last night, something pretty incredible happened. At least in my opinion. Something that may be small to some, but Shane Beamer is now a follower of the Spurs Up Show. Incredible. I'm not sure I ever thought the day would happen, and it is just wild when you think about it and just have perspective. How can you not have perspective on just the change in Carolina football and the change in everything? Everything. So, like I said, that might be small to some, but it's really cool. It's cool. It's very, very cool. So, very, very cool, guys. Again, 843-790-3377. Hey, the GIF's working. At least the new GIF is working. I doubt the sound is working, but it looks like the GIF is working. Streamlabs has been giving me a real time, by the way. They've been giving me a real time in, like, getting the GIFs updated and the sounds updated. I don't know what's going on. I think I saw Phil ask earlier about Dynasty stream tonight. I will let you know. I'm not sure. I will let you know. SC Football Tube, you know you're the best when the head man follows your content. SC Football Tube, appreciate you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know why the sound's not coming through, man. I have the sound set up. I don't know if it's a Streamlabs issue. I don't know what the hell's going on. Kind of annoys me, but, whatever. Yeah, Justin Langford. Let's get Shane Beamer on the airwaves. What do y'all think about the hat, by the way? I thought y'all'd really get a kick out of this. When you guys tuned in and saw the hat, I thought you guys might get a kick out of this. So, Tanner Land, I don't mind players getting paid for their autographs, but if schools ever start paying players, they should have to pay for their education, dorms, food, etc., and be taxed on the money they make. I mean, I guess you're referring to if they ever want to pay them like a stipend per se. See, I think that's where things could get very, very sticky, and I don't know how you would go about that. There are a lot of things that would have to be figured out. But again, guys being able to profit off their name, image, likeness, being able to sign an autograph and get paid, bro, it's just a no-brainer. Like, kids should not be getting suspended and not being able to play because they signed a football helmet for $100. Like, give me a break. That's so ridiculous. Imagine if you were in that scenario. You can't, if I wanted to pay you $100 for your autograph and you couldn't do it or you get punished, I think your take on the rules would be a little different. Still trying to get this hat worked in, but I do love it. Man. This thing is awesome. These trucker hats are incredible, too. Like I said, man, I wasn't a big trucker hat guy before, but these trucker hats are awesome, dude. Rodney Creel, need Beamer rocking the Big Cock Club hat. Imagine that being another hashtag he uses when he gets a commit. God. I doubt that'll happen, but no, it's something for us, man. It's something for the people. So, it's something for the people. So, we love it. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls. Order 11 says you look like Baker Mayfield. And what's funny about that Order 11 is that you're not the first person to ever tell me that. I don't know what it is. Do I really look that much like Baker Mayfield? I think I have a nicer beard than Baker Mayfield, personally. SEC Football Tube. Today actually marks 3 years since I've started my channel. Crazy how time flies. I really appreciate the support. Also, Tennessee sucks. SEC Football Tube. Congratulations, man. That's seriously. That's an accomplishment. Good shit, man. Good shit. That's awesome. Josh Reichley. Beamer can follow the best Gamecock show on the net. He should sure be able to come on. Would love to have him, guys. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Obviously, would love to have him. Would love to spread the good word. That is what Shane Beamer is doing in Columbia and what's going on with Gamecocks football. would love to do that. Like I told you guys before, it's no slight to anyone else, no knock. But I can tell you this, Shane Beamer comes on this show, on these airwaves, his messaging, what he wants to get out there, it's not going to reach farther than it will if he comes on this show, because the content production, the clips coming out of that would be astronomical. Savannah Webster says, what 3 questions would you ask Shane Beamer? That's a very good question, Savannah. I'd probably have to sit down. If I only had 3, I'd have to really sit down and ponder it and, really sit down and think about it hard. I mean, certainly one of them would be about, I'd ask him about the recruiting momentum he's built and be like, what do you feel like is causing that? And, why are kids buying in? Like, what is it that you guys are selling? I would love to hear more about this positive momentum and what they've been able to do on the recruiting trail. I'd love to hear about, just his overall thought process and the process of getting the job at South Carolina. I think that would be great. And then the third question, I'd probably ask him about his time previously at South Carolina. 07 to 10, going to the SEC championship, working for Steve Spurrier, what he learned along the way. I think that'd be really cool to hear perspective on that on his last time he was in Columbia. So, yeah. If I only had 3, that's the 3 that really come to the top of my mind. So, Order 11 says, bet you wish you had Baker Mayfield's money. I mean, whatever, man. I appreciate that. I guess I'll take it as a compliment that you say I look like Baker Mayfield. Whatever, it is what it is. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. So many questions coming in, guys. I appreciate the love. Jacob Mack says, love the hat. Thank you, sir. Get a better look at it. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Yes. The Big Cock Club coming to you soon. I love how, we all know what this is for the most part, but, nobody else does. So people are going to see this and be like, what in the hell is going on? What the hell's the Big Cock Club? Cody Gaskins, great question. Is the Big Cock Club a monthly thing to join or what? I will roll out those details and more when I get everything finalized. But most likely, is it going to be a monthly thing? Most likely, yes. But I will roll out. I want to save, until everything's finalized. I want to wait and roll out those details. There's going to be a lot, though. There's going to be, what's really exciting about this, what's really exciting about the whole Big Cock Club initiative thing is, I've always been a guy that, I decided from the jump, I did not want to charge for content. And I still don't, and I still won't. I don't want to charge for content. I'm someone, I love to spread content to the masses, right? And I never really wanted to worry about putting things behind a paywall, which pieces of content do you pick? Also, I knew when I started that was a lane that was sort of already taken, right? Like the big boys like Gamecock Central and the Big Spur and even like the state newspaper and others, they built their business model, which it works very well. They built their business model off of a monthly subscription fee, which is totally fine. Again, that's a really smart model. But I wanted to be different, and I was like, especially starting out small with no following, it's like, I'm not going to put my content behind a paywall when I haven't even built up an audience. So I took the much longer route, the much longer path, and said to myself, I'm going to build up the audience first and monetize the business through sponsorships and selling merchandise and other channels like that, per se. But what's exciting is that we have, I feel like, number one, there's a demand. But number two, we've also finally gotten to a point to where I know and feel we have value and content to provide beyond just what you see on social media, beyond just hearing the podcast, beyond even the Daily Crow. Like, there is cool, behind-the-scenes, valuable content, information, things of that nature to give to an audience that desires it. So if that makes sense to you guys. So again, I'm excited that we finally have that value to provide beyond just the normal value that you guys get on a day-to-day basis, if you will. So again, I'm really excited to roll that out, man. Really excited to put that all together. And you guys will be hearing sooner rather than later in regards to the details and everything that will entail. So really excited for it. Let's see. Stacey Manley, if the players develop and really buy in, Shane will surprise college football this year. I'd love to see it, man. Again, like I said, I'll be giving my predictions very soon. And I'd love to see it, man. Positive momentum through the roof. Positive momentum through the roof right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Justin says, I think it could help us compete with the Alabamas, actually, if, for example, the bus shirts given a cutback will show fan support a little more. Already a good location, beach, mountains, weather. Now a cash cow. Yeah, we'll see how much the NIL changes college football. I don't think it's going to have quite the impact people think. I mean, kids are going to make money, but, dude, when you're being recruited, I mean, that's how much of a factor is that really going to factor in for kids? Savannah Webster, last full month without some type of football. Indeed, July 1st. We made it to July. Josh Reichley, Beamer and Spurrier had a nice working relationship, correct? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Beamer has Spurrier on speed dial for any information or assistance he needs. Yes, I mean, as far as I know, their relationship was really, really good. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't have been really, really good. And, yeah, I mean, dude, Shane Beamer has, all sorts of coaches at his disposal if he wants any advice or pointers or whatever it might be. I mean, you think of all the coaches he's worked under. No, by the way, his dad is Frank Beamer. So that's not a bad resource to have in its own right. So Tanner Land says there's always a sleeper team in the SEC. I hope somehow it can be South Carolina. I mean, you never know. You never know, man. You never know. SEC Football Tube, your show is number one in my opinion. It's been fun watching TSUS grow. I like that your show is different than the others, and it's more entertaining and fun. SEC Football Tube, I appreciate it, man. That's the goal, honestly, to make the content, engaging, informative, but also really fun, man. Really fun. Really fun. You guys have, I mean, honestly, we're sitting here on the Daily Crow right now. Without you guys, the Daily Crow wouldn't be a thing. Literally, it would not be a thing. I remember when I first made the Daily Crow, and I think one of the first things I said on the airwaves was, I don't want this to just be an hour of me talking and rambling to myself. I already do that on the podcast. So I wanted this to be an extremely interactive experience, and that is what it has turned into, which is awesome. And I love that. And I appreciate you guys for that. Again, without you guys, the Daily Crow, it wouldn't be what it is. The content, TSUS, any of it wouldn't be what it is. So again, thank you all. Thank you all so much for that, man. I truly do appreciate it. David Capel says, hot take. Tennessee fans are worse than Clemson fans. I mean, they're both pretty bad. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can side with you on that. Clemson fans are pretty brutal now. So, Keith says, why Spurrier? His dad's a Hall of Famer. Well, here's the thing I'd say, Keith. I mean, every coach that Shane Beamer has worked under, they're going to have some good insight for him. You take things from each person you work with, right? And that's in life, not just in coaching, in life. When you have mentors and you have people that, that help you along your journey, you don't necessarily, you're always an individual. You're always a one of one, but there's nothing wrong with taking bits and pieces from people and saying, hey, I like the way they do this. Hey, athletes do it all the time, right? Even the best of the best. They see, Giancarlo Stanton watches the way Freddie Freeman does things. Maybe his approach to play says, hey, I like that about his game. I'm going to try to adopt that into my game and what I do. And you pull things from each and every person you surround yourself with. Obviously, the positive influences, not the negative ones. But, yeah, so Shane Beamer, I mean, he's going to certainly, I'm sure he's pulled things from every coach he's been under. Spurrier, Lincoln Riley, Kirby Smart, his dad. Yeah, so, I mean, maybe he wants to call him up for some talk some offense. I don't know. Let's see. Men's basketball did pick up a new commit. I think it's out of the transfer portal. I know it's out of the transfer portal. Kid from LSU. Josh Gray from LSU. Josh Gray. Josh Gray. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Just got a DM from a guy on Instagram. He says, so you know Oregon's going to just hand out Nike endorsement deals to 4- and 5-star guys. How are smaller market colleges going to compete with that? They only have so many car dealers in Tuscaloosa. Again, guys, the smaller market, who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? We're talking about smaller market colleges. Are we talking Boise State? Are we talking Louisiana? Are we talking North Texas? Those schools are not competing for the same trophy anyways. Like, do people not understand that? Like, that's the harsh reality in college football. Not everybody's competing for the same trophy. I'm sorry. App State is not competing with Alabama for the same trophy. Even Coastal Carolina, they're not. They're not. The group of 5 needs its own playoff. But they'll never do it because they love getting the money that they're getting currently. But, you know, that's the harsh reality, bro. That's the harsh reality of college football. Wofford, that's a bad example. Not Wofford because they're a totally different level. But again, Coastal's not competing for the same players, for the same trophy, for anything that South Carolina's competing for. Bottom line, that's the truth. That's the truth. So we're worrying about the NIL and how, oh, man, well, now Oregon's going to get all the recruits instead of Boise State. They already were, bro. There's no competition there. So college football's already the Wild Wild West. Players are already getting paid. I don't know why people they choose to be so blind about it. You know, it's already happening. I don't think this is it's not going to destroy college football like I think people think it is. So, Rodney Creel says, I don't think players being able to make money is going to change the game all that much. The top players usually all want to go where they can get the most TV time and exposure anyway, so the availability of being sponsored still mainly lies in those same schools and areas, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, if you're an SEC school, you're fine. You're fine. Doesn't matter. Nothing changed for you. SEC football 2. Beamer will shock people and prove the doubters wrong. They are not ready for the coming Shane Storm. I'm excited to drop some predictions in a few weeks, guys. I'm excited to get this Discord up and running. I know I've already spilled the beans. The Discord's going to be dope. The Discord's going to be awesome. Think of the Daily Crow, but 24/7. We're going to have access to chat 24/7. And I really like to think of the Discord as being, you know, how there are message boards. That's going to be like our own interactive message board. That's kind of the way I look at it. So, really excited, man. Like I said, you guys see the hat. And like I told you earlier, man, what's really exciting about this is I've been someone that, you know, I don't charge for my content. I don't want to charge for it. I'm not ever going to charge for it. The content that's out right now that's free, it's going to continue to be so. But we've finally gotten to the point as a business and in content as I evaluate things where I'm really excited to say, like, there is value beyond what we are doing right now. That is really exciting to me. There is value that I can provide and we can provide beyond just the normal experience of TSUS. And that is where the birth of the vision of the Big Cock Club came from. And I'm really excited to show that to you guys. I really think you guys are going to be blown away. I'm super pumped about it, man. I'm super pumped. And again, it's not to, you know, oh, get money from people, this, that, what. No, it's for the people that, again, for example, the people that are tuned to the Daily Crow every single day, and you guys are ride or die with the Spurs Up Show and the Daily Crow, and I can't say enough about all of you that are. I truly, genuinely appreciate that. It is to give those people to serve you guys a beyond normal experience. It is. It is. So, and I will give even more details on my thoughts and my visions for what the Big Cock Club is going to be when we release it next week. So, but I'm really excited about it, man. I'm really, really, really pumped about it. Jax Rangers re-downloaded Discord just for the TSUS Big Cock Club. Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely getting it out by middle of next week because I want it out for when the predictions drop. So, for example, something that'll hit the Discord. And I'll ask you guys this, actually, if you would like this or not. I'm going to give my predictions the week of July 12th for the 2021 season. And it's going to be in two parts, Monday is going to be the first half of the season. The Thursday show is going to be the second half. If I were to drop my graphics early in there on Sunday, be like, hey, guys, for those who are in the Big Cock Club, you guys are going to know my predictions before they even come out. Would that be spoiling the surprise for you all? Or would you like that early access? I'm curious. Ryan Wright, who's going to be the athlete you call first to endorse TSUS? And I talked about this earlier. Certainly, that is something like as a small business that I'm going to take advantage of at some point. Right now, I'm going to kind of sit back and watch and sort of see what happens. And listen, you guys follow me because I'm honest and blunt, so I'll just say this. I look at it this way, guys. My business operates via social media, right? It lives on social media. That's where my business has been cultivated. That's where it's grown, and that's where it currently resides, right? Like that is the big hosting platform. Without social media, and that goes for many businesses, but like that's where it lives is social media. And again, I say this with all due respect. And I would love to partner up with some guys, especially on the merch side of things. That's where I think it could be the most valuable. But, from a social media purely only perspective, I mean, there's not a single player on the roster right now that's bigger than TSUS is. So, and as a small business, I'm going to be very strategic about it and very blunt and very business savvy when it comes to this NIL stuff and partnerships and all that. So I think it could work really well on the merch side of things. But just purely promoting TSUS, I mean, there isn't a single player, like I said, it'd be different if Luke Doty had 100,000 followers, you know what I mean? But he doesn't. So, and again, I'm not trying to say that in like a dickish kind of way or be like but it's just the honest truth, you know what I mean? It just is the honest truth. Now, hey, if Ryan Hilinski was still the Gamecocks quarterback and he has his 40,000 followers on Instagram, then hey, that partnership might be worth it. And there might, forgive me if there are some guys that have a ton of following and whatever it might be. But, I don't know. It's something where you have to be really strategic about it. It is something that at some point TSUS, we will take advantage of it. We will. We will take advantage of it, and we will put together a strategic partnership. I definitely think there's opportunity there. Like I said, guys, especially with the merch side of things. But right now, I kind of want to sit back and watch and evaluate and sort of see how this whole thing goes. See how this whole thing shakes out, if you will. So, let's see. Cody Gaskin says it would spoil the surprise. I don't think there will be early access to podcasts necessarily. I don't know. We'll see. We'll walk a fine line, and we'll sort of learn together as we go through the Big Cock Club stuff. But you guys are certainly going to get early access to certain things for sure. I mean, no doubt. And you guys are going to get a lot of behind the scenes of like what's going on business wise, content wise, content scheduling, stuff like that. So. Jacob Mack on Discord, there's a feature for group discussions. I believe it's called a stage channel. Also gives an opportunity for live interaction there. Yeah, again, guys, I'm putting together. I almost don't want to say too much because I'm putting together and finalizing all these details, and I don't want to go in depth until it's all done because I want to make sure. And the reason I haven't released it yet, I want to make sure when I roll this out, like it is ready to go. You know what I mean? Like it is ready to go, full steam ahead. Which, by the way, I can't believe nobody said anything. We have gotten 45 minutes into this show, and nobody said anything about the whiteboard. See, this is what happens when you do the Daily Crow remote, and you kind of get out of your routine and out of your. I was wondering what was off today, and that's what it is. I guess we should just finish up the show without the whiteboard because it's over there across the room, and I'm not going to go grab it. So no whiteboard today, I guess. Whatever. It is what it is. Strange. But you know what we do have? And Jack's Rangers will get a kick out of this. Finally, I brought it upstairs in the studio. We have the Phil cutout. Yes, the addition to the stew. Clone Phil is in the stew officially. Mr. Jax Rangers himself. Love to see that. The whiteboard is right there across the room, man. I was honestly just so caught up with, I got the hats in the mail this morning and getting the content out and forgot to grab the whiteboard. So, hey, we will go no whiteboard today. It'll be back tomorrow though. Again, this is what happens when you're doing the live, the Daily Crow from different locations, and you just brain goes all over the place. So my apologies, guys. My apologies. Either way, though, it's all good. Again, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Let's see, we do have a text. Robbie Davis says, hope you're doing well. What are 3 major things you want to see from the football team this year? What are 3 major things? And he says, what I mean by that is technique. Basically, what do I want to see from the Gamecocks on the field? I want to see high energy, no question. I want to see high energy, guys playing the game the right way, guys excited to play for the University of South Carolina, picking each other up, patting each other on the butt, getting excited when they make big plays. I know that's something that sounds so simple, and you're like, wow, I can't believe you'd have to say that, but after what we've seen the last couple of years, you have to. So approaching the game the right way, excitement to play the game, right? I want to see that. I want to see a disciplined football team. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. And that will be indicative of a well-coached football team. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. No stupid penalties, right? No dumb penalties. You're not good. No team is, but you're not good enough to do those things and win. So a smart football team, a team that does not shoot itself in the foot. So that's number 2. And number 3, I want to see a team that has fun, man. Just have fun. It's a game. At the end of the day, it is a game. You have a lot higher chance of success if you go out there and you have high energy, you play smart, and you have fun doing it. You know what I mean? You have much more of a greater chance of success than if you go out there and tight and all worried and a robot and go into the motions. You have no chance to get success. You have no chance of success. So off the top of my head, those are the 3 things I really want to see from this Gamecocks football team this year. By the way, guys, if you want to support the business, support the channel, support the content, and you're on YouTube, you can do so. Super chat, super stickers. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, you're not subscribed, or you haven't hit the like button, do so. It helps out the channel. And again, I truly appreciate you guys for tuning in, rocking with us, especially this time of year. As I've said before, man, it's absolutely crazy. July the 1st, we are in the peak of summer, right? Peak of preseason. You think to yourself, hey, people are doing this, doing that. They're on vacation. They're going 100 miles an hour in 100 different directions. And you guys continue to tune in day after day after day, show after show after show. Truly appreciate it, man. Thank you, guys. I love y'all. Love y'all. Seriously. Much love. Jaden Harris is South going to still the last team to win back-to-back natties. Yeah, you love that. We love to see that. Thank you, Vandy. Or thank you, Mississippi State, I should say. Does it feel weird, though, to anyone else? Like Mississippi State winning the whole thing. It still feels weird, though, with what happened to NC State. It's almost like the College World Series to me felt incomplete. It felt incomplete. Justin says, Phil, who shipped that for you? He want to know who shipped it for you. So, all you guys that are liking the stream, by the way, what platform are you liking it on? Are you on Facebook or are you on YouTube? I'm just curious because I see the stream, but I'm wondering what platform that is happening on. Justin Martin says, Chris, who is the college football villain? Alabama or Clemson? I got Clemson. I will never put on the Clemson Tiger shirt. We don't play Alabama, not that much in football. Les South going to win the SEC East title and played Alabama in the SEC championship. Who's the villain? Who's the villain of college football? I mean, I guess it depends on who you're a fan of, LSU fans aren't going to say Clemson, right? Auburn fans aren't going to say Clemson. They're going to say Alabama. So I think it's Bama, to be honest with you. I mean, Clemson's still trying to dethrone Bama. Bama is the king. They're the king. Until they're dethroned, they're the king of college football. Bottom line. So, okay, you guys are liking on Facebook. Okay, cool. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Again, guys, hope you guys are doing well here on this Thursday. We will be live, of course, today, no duh. But tomorrow, the Daily Crow will be live yet again. Next week is TBD, of course. As you guys know, I planned on no podcasts and no Daily Crow next week. But with that being said, if I'm just hanging at home, with the fam, doing whatever, I don't go out of town for July 4th, which it sounds like right now I'm not. Maybe we will do the Daily Crow. Heck, I don't know. But there will be no podcast next week. No podcast next week. And I really want to use next week, like I said, man, I really want to use next week to finalize some other business initiatives. Of course, for example, the Big Cock Club. So got some things I really want to lock down. Might even give a facelift to the Daily Crow stuff, some of the graphics. You never know. So, yeah, that is the plan. That is the schedule right now. No Daily Crow, no podcast next week as of right now. Never know what might happen, but as of right now, that is the tentative schedule. So everybody will get a week next week to relax. You won't have to see my face day after day. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, we're still going to put out content, though. I mean, I love making content. We're still going to produce content on social media. Just no podcasts, and right now scheduled no Daily Crow. So, Dusty Rhodes, I hear you, says I don't know what to do with myself when there's no TDC. It sucks. I'll tell you this, Dusty Rhodes, next week is the 1 week we will take off the entire year. So it's 1 week. I mean, yeah, it's 1 week. It's 1 week. Guys, again, appreciate you all tuning in. 843-790-3377. Again, if you have not done so, quick reminder, check out the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 469. Great one as we wrap up the 2021 opponent preview series, talking that team from the upstate. We had to do it, and I did it. We talk about them, break them down. Also, of course, talking recruiting, the crazy momentum that Shane Beamer has built. Of course, also took your listener questions, and a great conversation interview, man. Eric Norwood, Gamecocks legend, joined me. An incredible convo, guys. So check it out again, the podcast, which dropped this morning. Of course, you guys already know, but iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, anywhere you find your podcast, search the Spurs Up Show. You will see it there. You will see it there, guys. Again, 843-790-3377. Jack's Rangers, Daily Crow in New Hampshire would be epic. Yeah, the remote Daily Crows are a cool thing. We might be doing some of those for football season, so just stay tuned again for that. Stay tuned for that for sure. Stay tuned for that. Again, in case you missed it earlier, you somehow didn't see it on social media. Again, to some, it might not be a big deal, but how about Shane Beamer hitting the follow button on TSUS? It's just wild, man. We've come a long way. We have truly come a long way since the previous regime, have we not? We've come a very, very, very long way. So, it's incredible, man. And I said it on the podcast this morning, and I'll say it to you guys yet again. Again, it just makes me even more, extremely grateful for you guys and appreciative. And a huge thank you to everyone that supports TSUS, because without the love and support, without people rocking with the content, TSUS wouldn't be able to make a difference in Gamecocks athletics, wouldn't be able to make a difference in Gamecocks football, wouldn't be able to make a difference to the point where the head football coach is following. So, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much, man. Truly, I truly, truly, sincerely appreciate it. It's incredible. It's incredible, man. It's incredible. So, my, oh my, how much things have changed. It truly is a new day and a new era in Gamecocks football. It truly, truly is. So, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I love what Shane's doing. Of course, we're going to have to play football games. We're going to have to step on the field and go through an SEC schedule. And, hey, we're going to hit adversity. Bottom line. It's the name of the game. It's the nature of the beast. We're going to hit adversity. But, man, I mean, sitting here right now on this July the 1st, 2021, how can you not be anything but elated and ecstatic with what Shane Beamer's doing? It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Tanner Land says, I can see Beamer rocking the merch. He seems like a down-to-earth cool dude. We gotta get Shane Beamer in a Beamer ball hat, man, immediately. Elizabeth Bauer, did you think any more of a women's T-strap tank? Let me look today, Elizabeth. I'm not 100% sure. I have not looked yet. I will look, though. My apologies for not getting to that yet. Travie, Shane changing the culture overnight. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's like I said, I'm excited for the individual recruits and prospects. And, like Ryan Brubaker, for example. That's a big one, game changer. Landon Sampson yesterday from the state of Texas. That's a great pickup. But even beyond that, the way Shane Beamer has been able to completely flip the energy from his first day on the job to now, just completely flip it. I mean, it's wild. It's absolutely wild the way he's been able to do that. I mean, it's incredible. And as I said a couple of days ago, I mean, when you looked at Shane Beamer's first preseason in Columbia, what more could you ask for? I mean, check. He's done everything. He's done everything you could think of. He's done everything the right way. I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any better. So, again, like I said, hey, we're going to have to play football games. Hey, we're not going to win every game this year. Not even close to it. But if nothing else, at least if nothing else, the overall vibe surrounding Carolina football, the morale, through the roof right now. Let's jump to the phone lines real quick. Hey, yo, Justin, what's up, man? How are you?
How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good, man. What's going on?
Good. Hey, Chris, I feel good today.
Say it again?
I feel good today, Chris.
You're feeling good? Why's that?
Yeah, because I kind of happy because Vandy yesterday. I was smiling.
Yeah, you were happy that Vandy lost.
Yes.
Yeah. It seems like most Gamecock fans were happy that Vandy lost. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. It didn't. I mean, I'm happy Vandy lost to preserve that we're the last back-to-back national champions. But, I mean, outside of that, man, I it didn't really move the needle for me one way or the other. Happy for Mississippi State get their first ever national title, basically in the school's history, I guess. So, good for them. Good for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they deserve it. And guess what? They're a good baseball team. They have to come to have mercy,
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, it's incredible. And they beat the brakes off Vandy, too. So it was wild scene in Omaha, man. But again, it's good for them. It's good for them. I was happy to see it. And like I said, I'm just happy that we're the last back-to-back titles. We're the last back-to-back national champions. So.
Oh yeah, hey Chris, hope we get that way for a while.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it'll stay that way for quite a while. I do. I'm pretty confident in that.
Oh yeah. Yep. Hey Chris, that's all to say, man.
Hey Justin, I appreciate it as always, my friend. Thank you so much. Always a joy when you call in. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Talk to you again probably soon.
Yeah, take care, man. Sounds good. We'll talk soon. All right, bye. Good stuff. Just got a text in from Sherb. Hey, Chris, is it possible to get a fitted Beamer Ball hat? So, unfortunately, my vendor does not offer fitted hats. I will check again, but I don't think they do. Hey, Chris, it's Robbie again. I just want to let you know that if I ever buy any of your merch, use that to go towards the tailgate. If I do it before September, go Gamecocks. But if I don't, you have my support. Robbie, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Seriously. Thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, Cody Gaskins, it really shows you how bad it was under the Muschamp era. That's a really good point, man. Honestly, that's a really, really good point. Brian Welch, not trying to get ahead of ourselves here, but if the culture is changing this fast, maybe we start getting wins a lot earlier than we think. And I would say this, Brian, to play devil's advocate, the energy's great. The culture changing is incredible. I mean, like I just said, man, what Shane Beamer's doing is amazing, but we're going to have to go play football with the roster we have. And, all of that positive energy and momentum is great, but that will all go away when we step on the field of play and you get punched in the mouth. I mean, again, I'm not saying that in like a negative way or anything. Certainly, you have a much better chance of having a surprise big-time season with this type of momentum we have than if you were negative and Debbie Downer. So I'm not disagreeing with you to a degree. I'm really not. But we got to go play with this roster and this group of guys we have. We got to go win with these guys. So we'll see. You never know. We'll see. We will see. Hey, you were able to see Spurrier do it. I think that's why South Carolina was able to score a lot of big upsets early on. You saw Spurrier was able to do it. So we'll see if Shane Beamer can kind of capture the same thing. Last question. Ben Risco joining a little late today, so this may have been asked, but what are your thoughts on the NIL policy going into effect? What's the biggest change we might see for Carolina? I mean, I think you're just going to finally see players profit off their name, image, and likeness. That's it. I mean, what is it really going to change for Carolina? I don't know that it'll change a lot, man. I personally, I'm glad to see it. You know, I think, you know, I'm just glad that kids can, like, sign their autograph and get paid $100 for it and not get suspended, because that shit was just very stupid, if you want my honest opinion. I have no issues with guys profiting off their own name, image, and likeness, and I just have a hard time comprehending those who are that worked up about it. I mean, if you are anxious or nervous about the way that's going to affect college athletics and college football, that's a fair take. But to be, like, so blatantly just against it, it just seems, bro, the NCAA is pocketing millions among millions among millions among millions of dollars off these college athletes. Let them make money off their own name. Let them make money off their own image, their own likeness. So I got no issue with it. Guys, we're going to go and wrap it up. Appreciate you all tuning in. Like I said, quick reminder, if you have not done so, check out the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 469, as we wrap up the 2021 opponent preview series, breaking down that dreaded team from the upstate. I had to do it, and we did it. So tune in, listen to that. Also on the show, we talk recruiting. We talk Shane Beamer's positive momentum, take your listener questions, and a great conversation, fantastic interview with Gamecocks legend Eric Norwood. Really good stuff. But again, guys, Daily Crow rolling tomorrow. Content obviously rolling, bleeding out the eyeballs. You guys already know the drill. And Big Cock Club coming soon. Y'all have a great rest of your Thursday. We will talk to you tomorrow.